So tell those who maybe don't know the background of your story exactly how you jumped into the world of content creation. I mean, you were already working a full-time job. How did you end up becoming a content creator? What was that journey?
So it's definitely on accident. Crazy enough, I guess. So I started selling the furniture as kind of like a side hustle to pay off this bill. Like that's all it was. I was working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I'd go home. I would work from like 5 to 8 in the evening. I sacrificed all my weekends just to flip furniture. And I just kind of like, it's a lot of physical labor. If you've done it, if you've done any sort of DIY projects, like, it's a ton of physical labor. It's exhausting. And so I kind of thought to myself, like, how can I squeeze this lemon and get the most lemonade out of it? So I started thinking, and I'm like, let me make a social media profile. Maybe that I can post my work and get more customers. Like that's kind of how it started out. And then from there, it was like, well, I started to get maybe 2,000 followers, I think. I was like stoked about. And then I was like, well, I'm filming this content. Maybe I could turn it into something more. Maybe I could turn it into a tutorial and make a blog post and tag affiliate links. And so it started off like that. And then August of 2022, I made an About Me video, and that's what went viral. I went from, I think, 2,000 followers to 115,000, basically within 2 weeks. Wow. And yeah, I was like, whoa, this is nuts. I remember hitting like the first 10,000. I was like, sick. Like, I am set. I'm an influencer. And then it hit 50,000, and it kept going and going. And I was like, now what do I do? I have to run with it. Like, you see people on social media making all this money. And I'm like, well, now I have the follower count. It's authentic followers. So what can I do with it? So let me turn this into more lemonade. And so I think I really just sat down and I was like, I'm going to fake it till I make it. Like brands don't know that that I gained all of this following within 2 weeks. They don't need to know that. Why does that matter? I have the follower count. I have the engagement. So I started Googling and YouTubing and just seeing what other creators did. I made a media kit. I started emailing brands. I had no idea what I was saying. I remember one brand came up to me. They're like, oh yeah, we're interested. What's your rate? And I said $13,000. I don't know where I got that number from.
That's aggressive.
I like it. And they left me on red. They never answered. But I was just like, I'm going to go for it. Like, why not? And I landed my first brand deal. That was September. And so a little over a year ago. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been wild. And it was $800. They were safety goggles. And I was so excited. I was so stoked about it. I made the video. And then I was like, wow, I was paid $800 to put goggles on. I included my dog in the video. Thought it was really cute. And I was like, that's crazy. That's what I make in 1 week. And I got to do it in a few hours with my dog. I had so much fun. Like, how can I do more? And I just researched and just, how can I make as many streams of income as possible? And I just kept going and fake it till I make it. I still feel like that sometimes and some days, but yeah.
Yet you already had that intuition of like, well, let me make content. And once you saw the value in your content, you're like, I could charge for this. Because I know so many people have been doing what I do for like 5 years and still don't feel like they can ask brands for money or still don't feel like they can ask money for their content. And I love that you just came out of the gate and you're like, wait, I know that this has value and I see other people doing this. And you just went and did it. And you told someone, pay me $13,000. What's the worst that can happen? They ghosted you, but you knew like, okay, I can ask for money. And asking, for $800 out of the gate for your first piece of content is still bold because there's a lot of people that are afraid to ask, in our industry that's very niche, they think, oh, I get free paint. Oh, I got a free paintbrush. Oh, I got to be on this podcast. Oh, I got offered this affiliate code. That's enough. And it's like, no, that is not enough.
Yeah.
It costs companies a lot of money to create that content. So I love that you're out here just being like, no, right from the gate, you didn't have to take 5 years to be like, oh, is my content worth something? So I feel like you are an example to people who are maybe stuck in that older set mindset of, my content's not valuable. I'll just take this. This is what I've been getting the whole time. So I love that you just went out there without any, all you need is Google and YouTube, right? To make this work.
Yep. Google University.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to kind of back up and tell people, did you have experience in video creation or social media marketing, or did you truly just say, nothing's too hard, I've got this, I'm going to figure it out? Because I think that step sometimes can intimidate people. Oh, I've never created a video before. I'm not active on social media. And so tell us kind of how you learned that process.
Yeah, so I have no background in that prior to this. I worked in sports medicine and public health, so I was completely not on any sort of social media or marketing side of things. I would say I've always had like a knack for picking things up quickly and having like a visual aesthetic and like being able to follow that and create things. So I think that helps. But I mean, you watch enough videos and see what other people do, you can really pick it up. I say, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it.